Chapter 446, Decisive Killing. This chapter is updated by novels.pl. A Wu, an illusion of lightning dragon more than 10 meters long flew out of Zhang Yuoquan's palm. It hit the glazed knight's chest before flying out of his back. PFT. The knight suffered a heavy blow that turned his chest and abdomen bloody. Without his glazed bone armor, his body would have been torn apart. He spat out a mouthful of blood fog. His eyes darkened and he lost his balance. He fell down, sliding off the savage beast's back. Zhang Yuoquan fell on the savage beast's back and snatched the dragon bone spear from his hand. He stabbed the glazed knight through his mouth into his head. The blood flew out from the crevices of his armor and stained a large area of the ground. Another knight looked stunned in the distance. He seemed as if he had yet to snap out of his shock. Bam! Zhang Yuoquan didn't do things sloppily at all. Grasping the spear, he swung at the other knight and sent him flying from the back of the savage beast. The knight uttered a heart-rending cry and smashed through a 6-meter-high wall. He fell into the ruins. Amazing. They're all warriors in the heaven realm. Why is the gap so great? With such power, Zhang Yuoquan could already be ranked in the top 1001 the heaven board, maybe even the top 500. Ling was stunned to see how easily Zhang Yuoquan defeated the two glazed knights. She finally realized the difference between them. Standing high on the ground, Zhang Yuoquan looked around and discovered that the two most powerful masters of the Silver Sky mercenary group, Sylvan Moon and Ni Honglu, were tied down. Sylvan Moon was able to fend off the sound wave attack of Langwen Golden Bell alone with her cultivation, but she was too busy to attend to kill the glazed knight. Ni Honglu was stuck with the two glazed knight commanders. The two glazed knight commanders dispatched by the Black Market Excellence were all top experts. They had holy meridians in their bodies, which could turn their genuine chi into weak spiritual chi. With the support of their armors, they were almost on par with Ni Honglu. Seeing that he had always been Li Yi's nemesis, Zhang Yuoquan decided to lend the Silver Sky mercenary group a hand. He made up his mind to put up a good fight against the warriors of the black market. He summoned the Violet Thunder Sword and executed the sword defending technology. Whoosh! The Violet Thunder Sword turned into a streamer that flew and hit a knight's back. The knight fell to the ground off the savage beast's back. Bang! Zhang Yuoquan rode the savage beast and rushed over. He took the spear and stabbed the fallen knight on the chest. Snap! Though the armor didn't shatter, the knight's body couldn't withstand the impact of such a powerful force. His chest collapsed into itself with a crackling sound. Even the ground caved in. Blood continued to gush out of the knight's mouth as he trembled all over. Eventually, his internal organs turned bloody and he stopped breathing. Zhang Yuoquan had killed two knights and severely injured one in a matter of seconds. Even if it was the black market, they had to spend a large number of spiritual crystals just to train one glazed knight. Losing one knight meant losing a lot of wealth. Standing outside of the Langwen Golden Bell, Di Yi narrowed his eyes and wore an unpleasant look. Blood Spirit Queen, it's now your turn. Blood Spirit Queen sneered and immediately rushed out. He passed through the golden light curtain and entered the Silver Sky mercenary group. Go with him. End the battles quickly. Di Yi said. Red Wish Emissary, Orange Star Emissary, Deep Blue Emissary, and Purple Wind Emissary who had stood behind him rushed out at the same time, joining the battle. The Silver Sky mercenary group was already under tremendous pressure under the attack of 18 glazed knights. With the 4 major emissaries and Blood Spirit Queen joining the battle, it was an even more devastating blow to them. Does even the god want our Silver Sky mercenary group to die? Bathed in blood, Ni Honglu was forced to fight Deep Blue Emissary along with the two knight commanders. His red-rimmed eyes widened to see the 4 emissaries and Blood Spirit Queen who had rushed into the light screen of the Golden Bell, as well as the mercenary soldiers who were constantly falling into pools of blood. His heart burned with hatred. His body was all scratched up. He was almost defeated but struggled to hold, refusing to admit defeat. While Sylvan Moon faced the sound wave attack of the Langwen Golden Bell, she was also fighting Purple Wind Emissary. Suddenly, Purple Wind Emissary used a move from the martial technique of mid-class of ghost level. heaven-earth splitting spear. He hit the Sylvan Moon in the stomach, piercing through it and leaving a deep and bloody wound behind. Sylvan Moon, you dare to use spare a part of your power to resist the attack of the Langwin Golden Bell while fighting me? Purple Wind Emissary sneered as he retrieved his purple torch spear. As he retrieved his spear, a stream of blood poured out from Sylvan Moon's stomach. The blood trickled down her slender thigh. She instantly used a streak of the spiritual chi to seal the wound. She gritted her white teeth. Aren't you worried that I'll take back the mysterious light shield and let the sound wave of the Langwin Golden Bell fall, killing the warrior of the black market in the bell? Purple Wind Emissary sneered. In that case, the sound waves will also kill your mercenary soldiers. Sylvan Moon, your greatest weakness is that you're not ruthless enough. You betrayed the black market for this reason and now, you're dying for the same reason as well. Purple Wind Emissary and Yi knew very well that they couldn't stop Sylvan Moon if she wanted to leave. They could only restrain her through the lives of the mercenary soldiers. Now, she couldn't leave even if she wanted to. Everyone has their weakness. All the grudges should end today. Sylvan Moon sighed, knowing that today would mark her death. She would never abandon anyone from the Silver Sky mercenary group and leave. Since she couldn't leave, she could only die together with her group. Before the might of the black market, her group was so small. After Zhang Yuochen had killed 4 glazed knights, he finally met Blood Spirit Queen. Blood Spirit Queen struck out one palm, his palm power turning into a piece of blood cloud that sent him flying. Zhang Yuochen, let's see who'll come and save you today. Blood Spirit Queen floated down from the sky and stood on the savage beast's head. Stretching his 2 claws, he stared proudly at Zhang Yuochen underneath. You joined the black market? Zhang Yuochen asked, wiping the blood from the corner of his mouth. Blood Spirit Queen shook his head. Yi and I are just partners. We'll go our separate ways after killing you. Zhang Yuochen nodded. Yi is truly cunning. To think he'll make use of you as well. Very well then, we'll settle our grudge today. It's either your death or mine. You want to fight me, with your cultivation? Blood Spirit Queen laughed. She was basically well aware of Zhang Yuochen's trump card. Even if he used all the tricks up his sleeve, she could still kill him using 30% of her power. Zhang Yuochen took out the Sariera in a relaxed way and murmured to himself, looks like today's the day I unlock the first seal of the Sariera.